Hello, hello. My name's Dawn Wages, and I lead community and developer relations here at Anaconda. And you have reached Numerically Speaking. Numerically Speaking is the monthly live stream from Anaconda to give you the latest and the greatest on how we support innovation at scale with 50 million users and growing. And I am so jazzed to bring on one of my favorite colleagues. And I say that a lot, but we work with some of the coolest people on the planet solving the toughest problems. I'm going to bring her on. We're going to talk about the agenda today, and then we're going to get into it. Code on screen, hands on keyboard. All right, let's bring her on.
Hey,
Lilly.
everybody.
How
Hey,
you
how's it
doing?
going?
You first. How are
Good.
you doing?
I'm excellent. I'm very happy it's Friday. Had a pretty good week. I'm in Austin. The sun is shining. It's beautiful. Doing
And
good.
it's a very auspicious Friday, maybe a lucky Friday. And we're doing live demos on Friday the 13th.
I
So
know.
yeah, we have a lot planned. Where are you calling in from, Lilly?
I'm in Austin, and I will say, speaking of Friday the 13th, my team, we were talking about deploying today, which, is a no-no because it's a Friday, but also we're like Friday the 13th, like, no, we're gonna wait.
Yeah, that's when you are testing in production over the weekend. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling in from Philly, and it's beautiful. It's a little chilly out here today, but I'm like really excited to frolic on this weekend. But this is a great way to kick off my weekend. So let's jump through the agenda. We're going to start out with talking about 3 ways AI is changing package discovery. And that is a really great segue into what do you do day to day, Lilly? Like, can you give me a 101 on what Lilly's work looks like at Anaconda?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a senior technical product manager at Anaconda, and I've been in the product space for about 8 years, working on a lot of like open source software, data products, data standards,
Okay.
those really like technical, fun, nerdy things. And how I got into that is that I did a PhD in neuroscience. So there's obviously a very clear line between those two things, right? But really, I got into open source software during my PhD because I wanted to understand how we were analyzing our data and understand the code and the software behind it.
Yep.
And that led me to the wonderful Python community where I learned how to code. And then from there, I've just kind of always been in the tech world.
Cool.
So, yeah, so I take that, and in my day to day now, I work with a team of software developers, and we're really focused on our developer community. So, like the individual contributor developers, we like to call them practitioners,
Mhm.
the people that are like hands on keyboards and getting their work done. And
Awesome.
so we're building products to try and make their lives better.
And you are focused on anaconda.org practitioner experience as well. So
Mhm.
that means that people who are paying attention to the stream right now, I see some people coming on. Hey, y'all, put the chat where you're coming from. So people who are joining the stream or watching it later, they can tie some of what their day-to-day workflow is with some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. So anaconda.org is the package repository the package repository, similar to the way PyPI works. We are really known for the Conda format for our Python packages. This gets a little bit in the weeds. If you want to understand how your packages work, Conda format is one, will format is other. And not to jump the lead, but we're going to be talking about both today.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you can actually upload both to anaconda.org. A lot of people don't know that, so that's something we want to make sure that everybody leaves today knowing about.
Yay. Okay, and then we'll be hands on keyboard. Next, we'll do a Friday the 13th app with PyScript.
Yeah, we wanted to show off PyScript. That's one of the many open source projects that Anaconda contributes to, and just want to give them a little on air love as well.
Hi, PyScript family. Yay. Cool. We'll do an anaconda.org show and tell. And then, as we were mentioning, we'll do the Conda and Wheel conversation, and then we'll hopefully publish a package if we have time.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of this, like, if y'all want to follow along, you should be able to follow along. And I know Dawn has put instructions and notes in the, what are they called, Dawn? Like
Show
the show
notes.
notes?
Follow the link at the bottom of your screen. There
I
is
love
also
that.
a
I love
QR code at the top over in this area.
Amazing.
Cool. I'm so excited. And so let's get back to this discussion. We'll talk about this for a little bit, and then we'll get hands on keyboard and start showing my screen. And I'll be driving. Lilly will be my pair programmer. So, and I also have a sticky A. So we'll just keep eyes on keyboard. It'll be fun. But yeah, let's talk about the 3 ways AI is changing package discovery.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a little bit of a lie because there's definitely more than 3 ways, right? But for today, trying to keep it scope for the demo, we want to talk about how anybody can get started building an app or whatever with an AI helper. And often your AI is picking your software for you, right? You have kind of, unless you ask for more information, you don't get visibility into what software you're using when you're like vibe coding something. So that's a pretty big change. Another way that we can talk about today that AI is changing and helping is by helping people build packages. Like building a Python package, like it sounds really intimidating. It requires some technical knowledge, but like it's something you could definitely do by following the documentation.
Yep.
But like having an AI helper makes it a little bit easier. And then the third thing I want to talk about is like when you are building your package, you also want other people to use it. And one way to get people to use it is by having like good documentation or usage examples or strong metadata that describes your package. And that again is somewhere that an AI assistant could help you to fill out that information. And then when you fill that out, that can live on .org, anaconda.org, with your package page. So other people could find your package and understand how to use it and want to use it. And isn't that what we all want, is to share our software and have people use it?
Awesome. And these are leaning into some of the topics that you mentioned, but just to reiterate, this feels like a big discoverability kind of goal that we're talking about, not just for the users, but also for the maintainers. So it sounds like that really aligns with some of the audience that might be interested today. This also gives us kind of hands-on keyboard, as we mentioned, visuals into the tools we're using, and we're talking about some improvements we're making to anaconda.org, what we do for the community. I mean, this is the interface, right, that many of the 50 million users are using to discover package. Can you talk a little bit more about what we're going to get to? Just give a little lead in to the anaconda.org show and tell.
Sure, absolutely. So anaconda.org is the home for Conda packages. It has been for quite a while. And anyone can come in and create an account and upload your packages to share with anyone. And it is truly a place for discovery. And in the past, we kind of let it get a little sad. But in the last year or so, we've really been giving more love to it and attention because we recognize how important it is to have a place for people to find packages. And I said it's the home for Conda packages, but as we said earlier, you can also publish wheels there too. So we're trying to give it some love. And so recently we have made the package browse experience a lot better. And Dawn and I will go over this a little bit later, but it's a lot easier to find what you're looking for. And soon we are also going to be making the package maintainer experience even better as well. So we can talk about that again later, give you guys like a little bit of a teaser about what's coming up. But overall, this work is for our community. It's really to support open source software and the sharing of software and the adoption of your packages.
Awesome. All right, let's get into some hands-on keyboard stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. this is my screen. I'll be looking in this way, and this is where my camera is. But we're gonna dive into starting a project. We're gonna be using Claude for this instance. It's what we use at work day to day. And Lily, can you tell me a little bit more about some of the pre-work that we did into setting up this Claude project? We could talk a little bit about Claude and how we've seen agents show up. Yeah, let's orient ourselves to what we're about to do today in this project.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Don said, we're using Claude. There are a lot of agents out there you can use. We're using Claude Chat just because I think it's a little bit more fun for this demo purpose. But what we have done so far is that we have set up some instructions in our project that give Claude a little bit of guidelines for the information we want to do. So one of the things we've done is suggested using packages from Anaconda's main channel. And we like using main because it is our securely built package source. And if you're interested in that, I think we can drop some more links into like all of our distribution and how you can get started. But that's one of the things we've done over there in the instructions. And
Awesome.
then Dawn and I have prepped a prompt so that you don't have to sit here and watch us like try and get Claude to go through a bunch of iterations to get what we want. Dawn, do you have that handy?
Do. And we can talk through some of the prompt.
Cool.
But I also love that we are going to show how some of this is getting made, because there's this interesting trend on best practices on AI developer assisted tooling, how to be prescriptive. There's the spec-driven development of it all. And so it started out as this prompt engineering tool chain as part of the crux of the tool chain. And then we're building into having additional artifacts that will support AI-driven development. And Anaconda's right on the edge of that too. And we have some, not to lead into too much, but some of our team members are building some really cool things that should be coming soon. So as the streamers say, watch this space.
I need to learn what the streamers say. Is it still like and subscribe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing my job. Like and subscribe, y'all. If you're enjoying the stream and want to keep hanging out with us, like and subscribe. All of that.
Love it. On that note,
let's talk through this prompt and then we can keep going. Yeah.
Cool. So, asking Claude to build us a Friday the 13th bad luck generator, since it is Friday the 13th. And as we said, we're going to make it a PyScript app. And so here we have just some like very basic requirements. Let the user enter their name, choose a category of bad luck, generate a spooky curse. And then we're asking it to use two packages, Faker and Inflection, from Anaconda's main channel to help us with those curses. And then we've asked it to be accessible and tell it the tone and design elements should be darkly comedic. So let's go ahead and hit go. And then it's going to take a little while so we can talk through that as well. How
awesome.
it goes.
And I'm using Sonnet 4.6. Actually, that's really interesting. I would love to, we're getting a lot of really good engagement for the chat today. Put in your favorite models that you're using these days for your AI-driven development, what ones you like the best. Are you even using AI in your development workflow? Are you AI reticent? I mean, I will be honest, I used to maybe still consider myself AI reticent. So I'm learning about all of the nuances too. Cool. Yeah. What about you, Lily? How has your AI journey been?
I'm going to get like really nerdy again here. So my first ever product job was working on open data standards.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to take a step back. Before that, I was working on ontologies, which I don't know if there are any ontology nerds here, or like semantic web people, but like the semantic web is like basically the foundations for an LLM, right? Like showing how different entities are connected together in a graph.
Mhm.
Okay, so then I also was able to work on more of that at my last job. And so basically I've just like have like a nerdy ontology background. And I'm like, that is AI. Like
Yeah.
that is LLMs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
anyway.
relationships and nodes and how we're traversing them. I mean, it's not all that, but like it's a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, and I don't know, like I mean, like back in the day when I was first learning how to code, I was like, I'm going to become a data scientist, and so we were doing like a ton of machine learning,
Mhm.
and so again, I'm always like, oh, it's just machine learning, uh, but I know it's more than that. But like anyway, I'm not that skeptical, I guess, because I feel like I understand more of what's happening under the hood.
Yes.
And so I don't know, I guess I've always been like, this is awesome. Let's
Yeah.
let's go forward, let's try things out.
I think that's really interesting point too. Because my background has come from more of a like software engineering setup. Ooh, things are happening. Yay. Ooh, this is so pretty. Also, I'll finish the thought and then we'll get to the cool stuff that just hit off our screen. So, I came from a more traditional software engineering background, and my goal has been to make consistent and reliable systems. And then there's this what they call black box. But as I've been getting more into it and kind of circling back to my data analyst and beginner data scientist, citizen data scientist
Yes.
background, I've been like, okay, so it's not necessarily a black box. It's math, and we're creating connections, and then there's also emerging best practices to keep all of it on the rails. So really excited to learn more about how this is a force multiplier for good, and see where those cases are where it is not super great, and then build in mitigations and policies to support that. And I think Anaconda's
Yes.
been really that's part of our ethos, is to make really kind of boring and tough things under the hood more resilient and consistent and scalable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like more accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree with everything you said. Also, like maybe next live stream we just talk about citizen data science. That sounds awesome.
Yay. Okay, put it in the chat if this is what you want us to talk about. Lily, you and I could just take over this live stream
I know, I know.
every month. Okay,
I
yeah,
know, it's
it'd be great.
ridiculous. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is okay, Claude created us an HTML file, which is our PyScript
Uh-huh.
app, but
Oh,
we now need to start a local server so that we can actually like use the app. So if you would
yes.
go to your terminal to do that.
Yeah,
Oh, we also need to download. Did you download the file?
I've done that. So I'm going to make a directory,
Okay.
and we'll call it Friday 13. I won't find it otherwise. Okay, and then I will download this. Let's see. Let's do the download. Okay, and then off screen, I'm going to move it into the right folder. So give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no
Uh,
worries.
uh, 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 uh.
I like the preview of the design that we're seeing here. Like I've obviously had Claude do this multiple times prepping for the demo, and every time it's different, but I think this one actually looks really good.
Nice. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's move this download into the right. There you go. Okay, so let's move this.
So if we need the
Uh,
Jeopardy music,
no.
just to like give you more pressure to get the file in the
There
right
is
folder in the
music
right.
on the stream. I was told by our editing person that music in the background, unless we can, it doesn't matter. Yes, this we should have some hold music.
It would be funny if it was just like hold music and it was like a button and it came up.
All right, let's. And this is why I'm not a fan of. There we go. There we go. Put it in the
All
right
right.
place.
I can talk through what you're about to do while you are
Sure.
doing things off screen. So Don is going to start a local server.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go. We're gonna do
There you
it.
go. There you go. And HTTP server? Is that how it is?
I think so. I always have to look at it. If we're being real, I always Google it.
I know, you know.
All right, so now you can go to your local host and open up our app on your browser.
Cool. And we got a really cool question from Nicole Schwartz. Is there a reason, like testing, that you choose to tell it which packages to use?
So that is a great question, Nicole. In this case, I did it for our demo purposes because I want to talk about those packages. But when you are developing in general, you might not care what packages your LLM is grabbing for you, especially if you're like, just hacking around and making something silly like this.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you want to share it with others or like share it with a team or put it on prod, then you might actually want to take some time and look and see what packages you're using.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few reasons why you might want to do that. One is like licenses. So say we want to have this be open source, we want to share it. Who knows what Claude or whatever is pulling for you? It's not checking those licenses unless you tell it to. And so you could set up instructions before you get going that say like only use packages that have this license. But as we probably all know here, like it's AI, it's going to make mistakes. And so those things are really important to double check. And we'll actually show how you can double check those in a minute.
Awesome.
So licenses is one thing, like critical vulnerabilities in your packages is another reason why you might want to double check. So for this instance, I just wanted to set us up cleanly and tell Claude which packages I want to use. But I mean, we're going to pretend in a minute that I didn't, and we'll talk to Claude about it.
Yay. All right. I'm going to put myself on the gauntlet to potentially be cursed on this Friday the 13th. It's okay. I think I have strong enough good energy to rebuke the cursing. All right.
I hope so.
Let's put my name in. And it looks like we get a number of opportunity or types of bad luck to spread. Okay, chat, which one should I do? Random surprise, tech, home. I could do a domestic disaster now. Social or cosmic. Let's start out with social as the chat chimes in. Oh, tech. Okay, Constantine asked for it. We'll do a tech doom.
The tech is my favorite.
We'll have to do it twice because now we got a random one too. I like the chaos. Curse me. Do we do it? Is it cursing?
Is it working? Oh, Claude. This is actually our tech curse.
That's really funny. That's so fun. Okay, let me also inspect to see if
just go inspect. I mean, actually, hey, this is like a great AI. Yeah, inspect should do it. AI moment. Look at this error that's there.
All right.
Perhaps you forgot a comma. Claude probably did forget a comma.
I'm in Python, but then we're using WebAssembly under the hood. Okay.
Like learning moment. Yeah. What I have done in the past is I just copy the error from the console and tell Claude there was an error. Fix it.
Yeah.
And so and it will, like, it's a little slow because we're using Claude Chat.
Yeah.
Like it will rewrite the whole thing and then we have to, go through the dance again.
Error. Should we tell it to just fix for the error? Or should Claude explain the error?
It'll probably do both if you tell it to fix it, but say fix and explain.
Fix and explain. All right. We're getting into prompt engineering best practices. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's F strings. Yeah. Okay. This is very reasonable. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't actually look that bad. And we could probably like open up. Well, I figure we might. It would be faster to just let Claude do it. I was gonna say we could probably fix it on
uh,
our own very easily, but
yeah,
um,
cool. So for people who are not familiar with F strings and how they work, I think they came out 310 or something like that, and it allows for you to have curly brackets and pipe in variables in your Python, and it's a flexible way to go from uh, code to text in your Python. Okay, so let's download a new version. And there you go. It's in the same place. And I think it's going to be. Oh, that's the wrong one.
it looked like
It's before the HTML.
yeah, yep.
No.
I don't think
All
it
right.
had. I don't think it had.
Oh, I haven't moved it to my downloads. Let's do
Oh.
that again. Do-do.
Yeah, again, we still have a little bit of manual steps in this demo.
Yeah. I should have just done the bash script for it, but here we go. Me and dragging and dropping using UI.
It's okay. It shows that we're human, Don.
I like that, yes. All right, let's go downloads and we'll do the generator and we'll move it to the right place. Ooh, faster this time. Friday the 13th. There we go. Cool. Now it's there.
All right. Okay. Get rid of your one and your URL.
That's actually how it is.
Oh, there.
You know,
that's great. I
say this was
that.
production ready.
Yeah, there's maybe a few things we need to do first. Amazing.
All right, so let's do it again, and we'll start with the tech one because we haven't fulfilled Constantine's request. Okay, it's happening.
Oh, it's working. Okay. I mean, it looks like there might be another error. Claude, why are you doing this to us? It like literally is the Friday the 13th demo gods.
And it did not do this yesterday when we tried this. Oh. Okay.
What is it saying?
All right, I think it's in the hold. Fix error and explain. This is so funny.
Oh, I wonder if it messed itself up when it did the other fix.
Do curse. I love the name. I love the name of the function too.
I feel like this is also a really great example of why like using Claude is fun for quick things, but if you're trying to like actually build something that has a really great sustainable code, then I mean, you can do it, but you need to do a better job than what Dawn and I are doing in our tiny little prompt here.
But what's really interesting, and this is, I mean, what we're running into is what the entire ecosystem is debating right now is how do you build resilient software with the stochastic tooling? And it means that there's iteration. It means that it's absolutely still relevant to be a software engineer right now. It means that the having system architecture chops is going to be really important in this next wave. And we're going to be iterating a lot faster than we used to be. So, I mean, I appreciate the way that this is going, even for all of the hijinks that's ensuing.
Yes, agreed. I can talk a little bit about how this affects my job as a product manager while you're doing your copy and stuff. So like I would use something like this little demo to help me think through like kind of like a quick internal A/B test, kind of like get quick feedback. Are these categories of bad luck what our users actually want or not is a very quick example.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. What's your first
form thou filleth? Oh no, shall time out one field before completion. No. The ancient text reveals Dawn, ill-starred wanderer of the core, sure, shall be best by shadows on the 9th day, confounding even the most seasoned training standards offer officer in all of Smithview. Oh no. Okay,
Sounds pretty
let's do
bad.
another one. Lily, do
All
you
right.
want to be cursed randomly?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
And we're gonna do, the random one. Okay, let's do it. Every faucet thou touchest shall deliver water of the precisely wrong temperature. Oh no! On the 13th,
Like,
9th of July. Okay, so you have some time between now and July. Lilly Illstar Administrator, Charities/Voluntary Organizations of East Anglia-Land. Sure. Shall witness regrets descend upon their orchestration. The ominous winds of expedite shall carry their screams exactly nowhere useful.
I feel like did you just say I'm going to be screaming into the void on
It-
July 13th? I love this.
Okay. Well, we got the demo working. We're talking about PyScript. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about PyScript, as we're not going to be talking about it today, you can visit the show notes. This is also the landing page for PyScript.net. Dig in. We have really awesome colleagues who hack on PyScript regularly or every day. That's their day job. So check it out. I love the tool. And it's Python for the browser. All right. So what's next in our exploration?
All right. We got our app going. Let's publish it. Let's make it a Conda package. We try making it a wheel too. And let's publish it to anaconda.org so that everybody in the chat can install it themselves and play around with it.
Oh, wait. Actually, before that, could we do a show and tell of anaconda.org?
Oh, yeah. That's a great call, Dawn. Cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go back and go to not Dawn, Nicole's question that she asked earlier about the packages. So like, we talked about like reasons why you would want to control which software you're using, but now let's pretend that we didn't know, and let's go to Claude. Let's ask Claude.
Yep.
Let's say, hey Claude, what packages did you use to build this? And how can I learn more? Which I would totally recommend that you ask this question if you are vibe coding something, especially if you want to keep it.
Yes. Okay, so it's using two packages from the Anaconda ecosystem. We're talking about Faker and Inflect specifically. And I've not used Faker before to generate data. It's one of many packages that will generate data for you in Python. So now I get to explore what Faker does using and maybe a new tool that might be coming down the pipeline that we can talk about comparing packages. And then we also have Inflect, which handles English language rules. Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe we could iterate on our app a little bit better to handle some of those rules if we were going to keep it around. Some of those curses were like a little clunky. It's good to know these are the packages that generated that. And, if we wanted to now, we could go in and like look at the source code and try and figure out like, oh, why did it make the decision that it did for some of that language? But let's dig into what these packages are. So I actually think Claude linked to the packages on anaconda.org, but we can start at the homepage and we can do a search. So let's say that we didn't have the link. Let's look up Faker.
Yeah.
So this is anaconda.org.
Yeah, let's pause real quick because this is like a grand reveal, right? For people who are not keeping up with all of the work that we've been doing on anaconda.org, this is a beautiful interface and the result of a ton of work that we've been doing over the last couple of quarters on behalf of the community. I mean, we are an enterprise organization. We are our bread and butter is making sure that you are shipping securely and resiliently. But we also do a lot to invest in the ecosystem, which is why we've had so much expert knowledge internally on how to ship open source securely and resiliently. So where are we here? You can join a paid research study if you want an opportunity to get $40 and banners of such do that. And we have a search bar, and tell me more.
Yeah, just a quick plug. I love feedback. I love all kinds of feedback. You can get at me. Dawn, is my contact info somewhere on
It is,
here?
the LinkedIn is in the show notes.
Okay, great. Contact me. I'm also on the Zulip for Conda and Conda Forge. Please get at me. I want to hear your feedback. All right, so let's go ahead and start by searching. Let's
Yep.
search for the Faker package. So you can just type in Faker
Mhm.
and go ahead and hit enter, or you can pick that one.
Okay.
Okay, this is our search results page. And up at the top, you will see the Faker package. If you scroll down, you'll see other hits for other, similar fakers.
Yeah.
We know which one we want. We want the Faker because we know which one we used, and
And
it
Anaconda
is that one.
Verify.
Yeah. So we are using the Anaconda verified version of Faker. This means that it was built on our secure build pipeline.
Mhm.
And there are a ton of other versions of Faker on here, many community built. There was the one from Conda Forge, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Conda community and open source awesome people. But we are going to look at the Anaconda version for today. So this is the package detail page where we have a brief description. We've got metadata. We've got the installation instructions right there. You can one-click copy the Conda install commands and then go to your terminal and install it. Here we also have usage data. So we have it broken down by downloads and updates, by version, and different time frames. So you can do like monthly,
I love
weekly.
this.
Yeah, and we have links out to like the GitHub repo if you want to take a look at that. Our whole goal with this page is to provide the user with enough information to trust the package and want to install it and use it. And for maintainers, we have some cool stuff coming up in the future, like more granular data, easier management of your packages. So stay tuned. And if you are a maintainer and there's something that you're like, oh, it'd make my life so much easier if I had this thing on anaconda.org, like I would love to talk to you.
Yay.
The other thing I was going to tell y'all about is like a little teaser that coming soon, when we have search results, we will let you quickly compare different packages that you might want so that you can pick which one fits your use case best. So that should also help, like, say that you are using Claude and say that it picked some weird package that has like a really horrible CVE, a really horrible vulnerability, and you're like, oh, I need to replace it. You could use this comparison tool to come in and be like, I need to replace Panda's version, whatever, and it'll come up and give you alternative options. So
Awesome.
we know that for our users, it's like doing that kind of replacement and dependency mapping is really hard. So those are some of the problems we're working on solving.
I love that. And I want to highlight a couple of things that you mentioned, which are a bit of buzzwords because we dive really deep. We're experts on this, where we mentioned CVE. There's another one we talked about, trust signals, for example. There's also a concept of SBOM. Could you highlight a little bit more about these three buzzwords or deeply technological kind of concepts that we talk about, and we make sure that people don't necessarily need to think about them all the time?
Yeah. So first with trust signals, those are things like, is there a description of the package? Is it being used? Is it being updated? It's a lot of this metadata that we're showing here on the screen. And things that like you as a user might have to do like 5 or 10 Google searches to figure out. We're trying to get all of those signals on this one page. So you can just come here instead of going to like 10 different websites to figure it out. So that's what I mean by trust signals. CVEs, critical vulnerabilities, and SBOMs are more along the like Anaconda security story. So we at Anaconda rebuild packages and we do it on our secure build pipeline. And then we also monitor for vulnerabilities. And those are two aspects of security that are really important, especially when you're like working in an enterprise setting or publishing a really amazing Friday the 13th app to prod. Like you want to make sure that these things are taken care of first. And we check for those, and we also notify and surface them for users to make good decisions. And we build tooling that helps you make those good decisions.
Awesome. Yes. Very, very cool. And I think this is an interesting line or thread that we can travel across as we're talking about ecosystem level support and then enterprise support. We definitely go through features for enterprise and features for ecosystem support that and we rack our brains on ways to support our individual users and make sure that we're also providing enterprise level support with our features. And so this has been an awesome way to kind of dig in. Great.
Nice.
So we did the research. Are we on the publishing part?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Let's publish our package. So like you were just on .org. This is, you were looking at the Anaconda main channel, which are the packages that we publish.
Okay.
But you yourself, Dawn, you can publish a package. All you need is an anaconda.org account to do this. And I know you already have one and you are already signed in. But these are free accounts. Anyone can create an account and then you are good to go.
I would love to know from those who are watching, have you published a package to anaconda.org before? Have you published a package at all? Tell me more, and we may, if you follow along, we can turn everybody here into a maintainer.
Yes, let's do it.
Cool. Okay.
All right, done.
So we're going to do Claude conversation because we're going to pretend like we're coming at this very new. And then we also have our terminal open.
Yes. So let's ask Claude. Let's say, awesome, I want to package my PyScript app. And Dawn, I thought it'd be fun to do it as both a Conda package and a wheel, just to kind of show off that you can do that. So let's go for it.
Cool. I just expressed a desire.
I think it might be mad at us. Right. Like,
Claude responds back good. I'm glad you want things. But it assumed that I have a great goal and it'll show me how to do it. Okay.
No, this is fine.
So it'll give me accurate current instructions for both. YAML files, TOML files, Conda builds. This is all looking really good. So it wants us to, should installing your package do? We should just redistribute the file.
We just want to redistribute the file. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. For the purposes of our silly demo, let's just do that.
Awesome. And we can use Conda build or Rattler build. I'm going to default to Conda build, but maybe in future live streams, we can talk a little bit more about the build process. We can bring you back or with some other colleagues, and we can talk a little bit more about our relationship with the Conda community, Rattler, for example, and other things. So let's do Conda build.
That sounds great for now. Also, like, we are using Claude to help us with this, but Claude put the docs link in there, and this is something that you could absolutely follow our documentation and do on your own as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I do also have, just to give people a run of plays, I have the Conda build documentation. I also have the Conda Forge documentation for adding, contributing packages, installing packages on anaconda.com. So there's a lot of different resources that you can go to from a bunch of different trusted community and Anaconda sources on how to support this workflow.
Excellent.
Cool. So we are watching it go. I think it should be done pretty soon, but MIT license
a little slow today.
Yeah, no. Okay, it's like I'm watching. Should I start a new convo or?
This is when you get up and get your coffee.
There you go. So it came out already, but I do have a question for you before we run back to the code. I want to know a little bit more about some of the conversations you've been having with maintainers these days. What questions are you asking? How, if we're going to prompt people to engage with you, what's relevant for you right now?
Yeah, well, the first thing that I usually ask anybody is like, what is still difficult about your workflow?
Yeah.
And, it's kind of a generic question, but that's the point because I want to hear what you're going to say. But some of the things we hear are around token management and
Mhm.
like controlling who has access to do things like edit a package. And so that's one area that we're really looking into. We also know that we could do a lot more with the data that we have. At anaconda.org, we do have a lot of data about how packages are being used, and we want to surface that data better for our
Yep.
community and make sure that people are able to, build dashboards off that data if they want to, or, kind of do whatever they want. So that's something that like I've started a few conversations on, and I really want to talk to more people about, what are you looking for with your package data?
Awesome. And we're going to be at PyCon US. So
Nice.
if people are interested, or it's going to be in Long Beach, May 13th through 19th. So Anaconda will be there with bells on. And we can find Lilly at the booth, or myself, or anyone in Anaconda Green to tag and give us some feedback. We love user feedback. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Cool.
Awesome. Thanks.
All
Okay,
right.
so let's jump in. So we have what we need. Okay, we get a good project layout, and this fits expectations. So we have Conda recipes and the meta.yaml file that's going to give that recipe for Conda build. We have a no architecture, so that's going to be a generic version of our recipe file. Anything I'm missing on here that you'd like to double click on?
I just think it like the output surprised me a little bit, but I
Okay,
think it's because I think maybe like it thinks we want like one thing
that works for
that's
both Wheels
both.
and Conda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and like this might work.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm like, let's try it.
We do
It's
have
Friday the
some
13th.
I know, right? Spooky demos. We also have some experts in the chat too, so feel free to chime in and we'll see how this works.
Yeah, if anybody's like, y'all, you are YOLOing too hard, like stop.
Yellowing too
Uh,
close to the sun a little bit. Well, let's see how it works. But I'm grokking this, and this feels very similar to a process before, and we'll see how it works. Okay.
yeah.
So let's pull my terminal back up. I
Ready?
will stop my
Stop that.
server. Where are we?
Oh, cool. And you probably already have Conda build, I'm guessing.
I think I do. Oh, I guess I definitely do. Because I've done this before. Okay, so let's just check install Conda build. Oh, maybe I don't have it in my base environment because I should not be doing all of this in my base environment. We actually have some features that might be coming out soon to help me deal with my base environments as well. But we'll actually let's do best practices. We can create a new environment. So Conda
I love it.
create
Yes.
in Friday F13.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Conda activate F13. Perfect. Now I'm in the right environment.
Cool.
And then Conda install Conda build. Is it already going to be there? No. Okay.
And for those of y'all that aren't like using Conda yet, Dawn, do you want to give like a super fast intro into what Conda is and like what you're doing right now?
Sure. So Conda is a Python package manager. It is, well, it's multi-language package manager. It is a package manager that are the value proposition that versus like maybe a default that someone may use would be like a pip, and is a generalist tool. Conda is really good at handling package binaries. So when you get under the hood, and a lot of the architecture considerations that you need to make is when you are using tooling that is in addition to your Python tooling. So pure Python packages typically run pretty smoothly, but there's a lot of reasons why someone may opt for using Python for some of their code, delivering in Python because a user's using Python, but then optimizing for other solutions that will be included in that package in other languages, which may require some binary dependencies. And Conda is really good at that. You find that in a lot of data science scenarios, GIS scenarios. So that would be global imaging system scenarios. PyTorch is done has a lot of considerations, like with your SciPy, your CUDA, your architecture, your GPUs that are solved when you are using Conda plus this package ecosystem. So, did I do it right? You tell me. Did I miss anything, Lily?
No, I think that sounded pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I was also reading some of what Claude was telling you to do.
Cool.
I think I realized that maybe we didn't tell it we wanted to upload it to anaconda.org.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's like build it and then install it, but we don't need to. I mean, I guess we could maybe install it to.
So I'll do
check to
update,
make sure you built
and
it.
I also didn't download the code and put it in the right directory either. So we still have a chance to change things without deleting it. So update instructions.
I honestly can't remember what we told it to do, if I'm being real.
I think it was just I want to do something. I would like to package my PyScript app as a.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
update instructions to support uploading to anaconda.org in Conda and wheel format.
Cool. Again, I feel like we were just chatting instead of paying attention to Claude.
That's the natural order of things. Claude's on the background.
It's true. Yeah, I think it's like, okay, I was like, why is it trying to do a Conda package and a wheel package of the same name? That won't work. Okay. But yeah, I think that's part of our core problem here with what it was going to have us build.
Okay.
That is fine.
One of the things I'd love to dig into while it's thinking, is some of the considerations that we've had to make as a organization supporting wheel format and really prioritizing the developer experience. We are in a environment where there are more software developers than there ever has been, and there will be tomorrow than there are more developers than there were today. We are in a boom of software engineering. It also means that there's a lot of tool makers building for those software engineers, and everyone has their favorite flavor of tool. So one of the things, the way that I've been articulating this kind of ethos change that we're focusing on is a bring your own tool to your work, right? We love open source. We love pip. We love UV. I love Pixie. I love playing around with Pixie as a package manager. And I'm also, I have a special place in my heart for Conda as well. But depending on where you are in your journey and what you're optimizing for, pick your tool and bring it to the 50 million users already using our ecosystem, right? There's more the merrier kind of energy. Can you tell me more about how that's been affecting your workload over the last several quarters and what you think about that shift?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. One of the things my team and lots of teams at Anaconda are focusing on is creating a better developer experience. And as you were saying, Dawn, like the world that developers are working in is changing so rapidly. And so we really want to make it easy for you to continue working wherever you're working, however you're working, and just integrate some of the Anaconda value into your workflow. Those things like having securely built packages, being able to like have tooling around your environments. There's a lot of things about environments in Python that's still really hard. Helping you with dependency resolution, helping you make sure that you are using software that's governed in case you are in that enterprise setting, and you don't want your admin to come yell at you for using some package that you weren't supposed to. Making that really easy and simple. Yeah, those are some of the things that we're thinking about.
Love it. Cool. So this is finished. Let's see. It seemed to be.
Okay, cool. That looks a little better. So yeah, so now it's telling you to upload via Anaconda client, which is the CLI that works with anaconda.org. Dawn, I'm like a little worried that we're gonna run out of time, so I might just like say these things.
Yeah,
so
no worries. Let's just talk through the upload process. Yeah.
Cool. So you anyone can do this. And again, you need a free anaconda.org account. And then Anaconda client is the CLI that you'll use the Anaconda upload command as Claude has suggested. And that's very easy. Yeah, you can look at the docs and it will upload a package for you. Oh, you know what? Actually, I did this the other day, Dawn. You can look at my package.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So go to anaconda.org. And then I'm trying to remember what mine was called. I think mine was also called like Friday 13th or something. Friday. Yeah, probably that one. Okay.
Is it the 13th or the figure?
No, that one's not mine.
That's so funny. Okay, someone else is on the same wavelength. We gotta make sure that it's the cursed one.
Yes, that's me. I'm Elle Winfrey on here. So
nice. Another trust signal. This is when you're publishing your own packages, you can have your name right here. It's very easily decipherable. Anyway, I just don't want to pass over the things that feel obvious or really great.
Actually, will you go back, Dawn? Because I'm going to talk about like there are 0 downloads on this package. Like if I was a stranger coming here, I'd be like, I don't know about that one. But it's because I put it up yesterday. Y'all can all go download it and mess with it if you want. Again, like not prod level. But yeah, go ahead and click on it.
Yep. Oh, and we also have a shout out to Cursed Mongo, which is similarly abandoned and very scary.
All sorts of fun things. Okay, so you see here the metadata, and this was just like the quick metadata that I generated. You can see my sad no downloads trends, and then this description. And this was something that Claude suggested. The description was what Claude suggested, and I was like, good enough for now. But it would be super easy to change that. And I could even put in like a usage example. If I wrote something in Markdown, it would come up here, and that can be really powerful for helping your users, have an example and get running with your package. So like what I should add here is instructions on how to actually run this app.
I love it. Cool. So we've covered so much today. We talked about 3 ways that AI is changing package discovery. We built a full app with PyScript. Shout out to our PyScript friends. We did an anaconda.org show and tell. And then we nearly had enough time to publish Conda in wheel format. But we talked through it, and I feel like I am ready to start my weekend off being a maintainer and publishing my first. I did mine to PyPI, but I'm going to get my first to anaconda.org this weekend. So stay tuned. And then for everyone who's watched the stream, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and it's always really fun to have a lot of interactions in the chat. Catch the next live stream with us every second Friday of the month. We have some really cool things in store for you. And I hope everyone has a very spooky but safe Friday the 13th.
Yes,
any last remarks, Lily? Where can people find you? Any shout outs?
Yeah. I guess my email, I'm like, you will find me. Look in the show notes. Dawn has my
Yeah.
email and contact
Then
info.
it's probably the best, right, for people to contact you. Other places, would you like your email in the show notes? I can add it.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it. Yeah.
Also
I'm happy with that.
community@anaconda.com. And so that gets sent to real people and will get forwarded to anyone you need it to. So
Yeah, that
um,
sounds good. It's probably a little more secure than putting my email in the show notes.
you rock. You're really accessible. I love it. We're real people, and that's the whole goal of this show. Thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you next month. Bye,
Thanks,
all.
y'all. Bye.